Alright guys, so I know I don't talk a lot in my YouTube videos, but I think today was going to be pretty special just because I've been working on this project for like 2 days. I got 2 days off from work and I wanted to use that time to put in some good use. Um, so, this is what I did. First off, you can see that there's a new switch in here and I'll explain why. So, this toggle switch used to be here for like the past like 25-30 years when my parents bought the house, and it has since always controlled this one single light socket that's where my original is, if you guys have not seen it yet. But it's right here. And right where that socket is where the light used to be, and I just basically jerry-rigged it. Got a plug socket so that anytime the light turned on, the fan will turn on. Now, the project I was doing is I've been working on replacing the NuTone Slim lines that have been here, which are right down there. Two of them are going to Habitat. I'm keeping one of them, and I replaced them with three better fans. So I got two switches, so that way I can control the bottom one. We'll control this, and I'll just turn this up to high just because it's hot up in here. I got this fan going on, and then I also have this Casablanca Zephyr floor fan that should probably also turn on, give us a little more air up in here. And then top switch controls the three fans that I put up in here, which happen to be three Casablanca Commodore Vanderbilts. So this one is from Jack Connor. I just got it from him this morning. I know it's not finished yet, but it will be. I just wanted to make the video because I'm way too excited to do it later. And then I have this one, which I got from Connecticut, probably about maybe back in November. And then I also have this one that I got from a New York seller off of Let Go. And she was kind enough to let me wait for it. Or she was kind enough to wait. She was kind enough to wait for me to get it while I had some free time. So while I step back real quick, oops, I'm knocking over stuff that I'm supposed to be working on. I'll just show you a little panoramic view of all three fans. So I love the slim lines. They're my favorite, one of my favorite NuTone fans. But I had originally had this whole thing basically wired to a swag kit, and that swag kit was hanging and plugged into that socket just like the original is right now, which I'm probably going to change within the next couple days, but it's way too hot up here, so I can't stay up here for too long. So what I did was just very quickly, it's not the best work, but I'm gonna work on it a little bit more. I got some 14x3 wire and wired all three fans so that way everything will basically match and catch. It took a lot of work, a lot of sore arms, and a lot of time to do. I thought it was only going to take me, probably about like 50 minutes. It took me like 3 hours because it was hot and things kept messing up, but got through my frustration, and I'm just really happy with how everything turned out. So I'm not going to put them all on, well, maybe I will, we'll see. So let's turn this one on low. We'll turn this one on low as well. And I'll turn this one on low. Oh, wrong one. So it's not really my style to do videos while I'm holding and working the phone. So excuse me if there are any clips that are, looking at my feet or just looking at the ground. or anything like that. Okay, let's bump up. Now, just like the Delta 2 that I had up in here probably about 2 years ago, in this spot right here, as you can see, there is clearance, just a tad bit, but just enough that, you know, it makes the fan work. And then over here is the testing rig. I have this Four Seasons up that I'm currently working on, but it might need a new flywheel, and it's too hot for all that work right now, so I'm just gonna probably take it down and get some other stuff settled and then do a remake video of it. And since I'm short, I don't all three fans do work on reverse, so I don't need to show you, but just so you guys know, they do. So very quickly about these fans, if you do not know about them, the Commodore Vanderbilt is a replica of an original Dayton ceiling fan that came out in the early days of ceiling fans. Basically just like a modern twist on a very classic fan. This one seems to have the best bearings, so thanks Jack for that. And I'm just gonna turn it off real quick. So this has been a project in the making for at least 2 summers. And I finally got it done, and I'm very impressed with myself because I didn't think I was going to be able to do this. If you guys hadn't seen before, there was a slimline that was located in this area that wasn't wired up at all, but I just put it up there because I thought eventually I was going to get to it, and I didn't. So that's the one that I'm ended up keeping because it got no play the entire time it was hung up. But I think this looks a lot better. Definitely gonna save these fans if I ever, you know, move out, or, you know, if anything happens to me, or I'm just going to basically, like, what my idea is, if I inherit this house, I want to make this whole place basically one big master bedroom. I think that would be kind of cool. And then I might even keep the install up in here and then move the whole shop probably like to my basement or something like that. But that's all in the future right now. Nothing's set in stone. So yeah. And then my next project, which I'm probably gonna do in a couple days as well, is we have this Verde Delta 2 in my mom's closet area, and right now it is also being controlled or held in by a swag kit, basically, that runs all the way over here, and then the plug is right behind there. So yes, it still works. I just took off the cap just to check something when I was wiring it up. But what I want to do is I want to redo this whole wiring up there, and put in some actual Romex, however you say it. The next part of the project I'm also going to do is where that socket is, right there where you see it. I'm going to take out the wiring there, move the box a tad bit over closer to the middle, so that way the canopy can sit. And then I got to figure out a way to take that box off the support beam, because it's nailed or bolted in there. I don't know, it's been there since I was a kid, so I'm just gonna have to figure out how to do it. And one more thing that I thought was pretty funny. So I know you've seen this glass on a couple of Commodore Vanderbilts, like throughout its lifetime in the catalogs. I had 2 sets all set ready to go because I thought that was going to be better for it. And then I found this 3rd set and I only have 1 left that's missing. So I kind of got screwed on that. But I like these glasses more. They're a little bit more generic, but I know Casa definitely made shades like this. So that's all right. I'm just going to keep it how it is, and I'll be happy. All right, I know this is a long video. Thanks for putting up with me, and you'll see more content soon. All right, guys, so there's also one more thing I forgot to mention. All these light kits that you see are genuine Casablanca. I believe they are Casablanca 1 K164-4, 4 being for antique brass at the end. I got these off of my Panama haul from the restaurant I got back in, I believe it was October of last year. And I did jerry rig it so that it looks more Casablanca than cheap. So I will just zoom in real quick just to show you. So right in the middle there, if you can see, I took the the pull chain out and put it into the switch housing because I like that style better if, you know, I'm working with a Casablanca fan. Alright, since we're going along with the new fan installs that I did today, this is my white Casablanca Constellation. I believe I got it from a garage sale, and the person put it up on the Facebook market with separate items, and I contacted them because they said they had a Casablanca fan with a remote. So I immediately jumped on it, didn't know which one it was, and it ended up being this. Originally it had a busted up K4B and white blades and a longer down rod, but as you can see, the Permalock down rod is a little yellowed. Probably gonna figure out some way to paint it, but I don't know, it's not really a huge concern of mine now because I'm not really looking up at it, I'm looking at the bottom of it. There's a couple, you know, paint notches here and there, and then I got these blades from my all black Hermosa from when I got the I believe it was all 3 of those K63 New Orleans in Connecticut. So fans basically made up out of parts, alabaster shades to match my lamp over here, K4S, which I might be replacing with a K4H if my collector buddy is down for it. Fan is, as you saw in the original video, it is Comfort Touch. So let's test it out. Put the original back in this box. I just gotta finish cleaning it up. Oh, that was weird. This is a small glitch in the system. I also replaced the battery in the Comfort Touch remote because I gave it new batteries the day I got it, which was, you know, a couple months ago, a long time ago, actually almost a year ago. Um, and it was giving me the low signal on the LCD screen, so that told me it was time to replace them. As long as this fan works, I'm probably going to be keeping it up in here. Alright, thanks for watching.